little introduction, however we have one anyway. Eric is an author, award-winning speaker, and internationally acclaimed trainer. He has been a member of Toastmasters for 5 years. He is speaking from the manual of Humorously Speaking. This is project number 4, Keep Them Laughing. The title of his speech is I Am a Moron. Everyone welcome to the stage, Eric Erwin.
How many of you are living the life you've imagined? A few of you? Some of you said pretty close? Okay, great. How many of you take life way too serious? Yeah, I knew that there would be quite a few hands go up. Can you imagine that you can take life so seriously that you forget to laugh? You can take life so seriously that you actually forget to live the life you've always imagined. So my whole purpose for being here today is to help you understand that you can live the life you've imagined without taking life so seriously. That you can take time to laugh at yourself. And the more you laugh at yourself, the better your life will be. I have dyslexia. Does everybody know what dyslexia is? Okay, great.
That's where you swear, right?
What's that?
That's where you swear, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's the one. In multiple languages.
Yell backwards.
I have a pretty severe case, not only with letters but with numbers. So I get both ends of the spectrum when it comes to dyslexia. When I was in high school, when I was a senior in high school, I was reading at a 4th grade level. Now, I am going to tell you right now, there is absolutely nothing funny about that. But it is hilarious now. I am almost 50, and it is one of the funniest damn things in my life. Okay? Because I constantly am making mistakes. This last year, I took a teaching position at a local high school. I wanted to give back to my community, so I took this job that doesn't pay at all. It's free. And I decided to go and teach high school seniors how to reach their dreams, how to live the life they've always imagined. And I would get up there in the morning and I would write on the whiteboard or on the chalkboard, and half the time kids are laughing. Why do you think they're laughing? It's not because I'm funny.
You reverse things.
Yeah, because I'm spelling everything wrong. Right? Now, I'll tell you, most teachers will get offended, will get upset, will get bent out of shape. I didn't care. I told them, I'm a dyslexic fool. I'm going to spell half this stuff wrong. I don't care. It's your job to laugh at me. And you have permission to laugh at me if I spell something wrong. Half the time, they would tell me how to spell it, and I still couldn't spell it right. Can't help it. I have dyslexia. What do you have? What's your excuse for not living the life you've imagined? I've heard some people say, well, I have depression, I have anxiety, I have an illness, I have cancer. My good friend, as of 2 weeks ago, came up with a really good excuse. He said, I just had a heart attack. You fill in the blank. What is your excuse for not living the life you've imagined? I'm a single mom. I'm married. I have kids. I'm a grandfather. There are so many excuses for not living the life we've imagined. You see, I truly am a moron. I've shared this story with some of you before. If you haven't heard it, I was at SeaTac Airport in Seattle, Washington. And as I was coming out with my rental car, I was on my phone, I was putting in the coordinates to the hotel. This all happens in about 2 minutes. I come up to a street light, it's red, it just turned red, so I've got about 2 minutes, give or take. And as I'm putting in the coordinates, I see this huge bus in front of me across the street. It's one of those buses that they have in Seattle, you know, the ones that have the electrical tracks up on top, the little track things. Those things are gigantic. They are enormous buses. And there was 3 of them. 3 of these, I guess you could call them cars or buses, I don't know, linked together, right? It is big. As I looked at it, it didn't make sense when I saw the sign on the bus. Because the sign said, in very big, bold letters, I am a moron. And next to those words was a picture of an elderly lady with gray hair with a beautiful smile. And I thought, why would this nice looking lady be a moron? That doesn't make any sense to me. I played around with my phone a little bit more, and it's really bothering me. I look up at the bus again, and as I scan to the middle car, it says in the same letters, I am a moron. But this time there is a picture of a young kid, like teenage kid, skateboarding at a skate park. And I thought, okay, that's more plausible. I mean, I can see how people think skaters are morons today. I get it. But it goes back to that first picture of that sweet lady. Because you see, if that was my grandma, I would have tackled her, and I would have said, Grandma, I don't care how much money that company is paying you for that advertisement. You're not doing it. How many of you would let your grandma be on a I am a moron ad? None of you? Yes, you would? Oh, you were going like this. I'm like, wow, you must hate your grandma. Okay, right. I wouldn't either. So do you see how this doesn't make any sense? As I scan to the last part of the bus, it says again, I am a moron. And this time it was a young lady, probably in her mid-20s, playing tennis. What? I mean, tennis is not even a sport, right? What? Let's face it, it's not. It's a hobby, okay? So it doesn't, but it still doesn't make sense. I am a moron. I finally looked in the rearview mirror and literally slapped myself and said, focus. As I focused on the sign now clearly reads, I am a Mormon.
Knew it.
You guys get to decide if we're morons or not, because I'm a Mormon. Okay? Do you see the difference? I've always had dyslexia. So? Does it prevent me from living the life that I've imagined? Absolutely not. It just means that I get to have fun along the way. Why? Because I'm willing to laugh at myself. On the way to the hotel that night, I called my wife and told her this story. She laughed. I'm on speaker. My kids are laughing. My daughter Celia, who's 19 today, is in the background saying, yeah, Dad, you are a moron. Right? Yes, you're absolutely right. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a moron. Mr. Toastmaster.